Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahushua,
Barakatah Yahushua,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Double honor to the apostles, the elders, and salutations to you sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity.
Quick lesson we'll get into today is about the battle of the mind, you know, because the more we obtain in this the truth right here, the more hell we're going to go through. And there's going to be strange things happening. I remember one time Apostle Bar said a few years ago that you're going to be thinking that you're going crazy sometime. You know, you're going to have crazy thoughts, you know what I'm saying? But you have to rebuke that in the name of Yahweh Shah. So I'm going to start out with freedictionary.com. This is for the definition of battle. And it says an encounter between opposing forces. And that lets you know that's that good side versus that evil side. And you see in different cartoons, they'll show you a character, he's thinking about an idea or something like that. And you see on the left-hand side, it's like a red devil basically in his ear whispering things to him, telling him to go the opposite direction. And on the right-hand side, you see it's like an angel basically dressed in white, telling him, you know, choose wise, you know, do the right thing. So that's the same thing you can basically equate into this truth. You're gonna have those different demons, and you're gonna have angels on the side, on the right-hand side, telling you to do right. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get a couple scriptures, and I hope you all be edified.
Job, Salakia, Psalm 94:19. And the multitude of my thoughts within me, thy comforts delight my soul.
So the abundance of your thoughts, you're gonna have all different types of thoughts while you're in this walk of this path, you know. So it says, in the multitude of my thoughts within me, thy comforts delight my soul. So the more hell you're going through, you gotta think about it's gonna be something at the end of that tunnel. It's that kingdom. So that should be able to comfort you right there. You guys, your people, you don't have to see your people struggling anymore. We all gonna be on that same one accord and one harmony. You know what I'm saying? All through the spirit of Yahweh Shah. Everybody gonna be worshiping Yahweh Shah. I'm talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay.
Cool. Hey, First Maccabees 12:9. Therefore we also, albeit we need none of these things, that we have the holy books of Scripture in our hands to comfort us.
And this word, that's the comforter right there, you know? And matter of fact, since you brought that, I get Proverbs 4. Go ahead. Yeah, Proverbs 4:20. Just basically, this word is life, you know what I'm saying? So we'll get this word.
Proverbs 4:20?
Yeah, 2:22. No, Proverbs 4:22. Can read on that side too.
I did Proverbs 4:20. My son, attend to my words, incline thy ear to my saying. Let them not depart from thy eyes. Keep them in the midst of thy ear of heart. For they are life to those that find them, health to their flesh.
Okay. So the words of Yahweh Shah, that's life right there. And I remember a video the Elder Bun did, it was basically saying, hold on to dear life. I said, hold on to this dear truth, man, this word, you know.
Because like his brother was saying, hey, at the end of the day, you can also equate it to like the spirit versus the flesh, you know? Because those wicked demons, man, they thrive on making you go off within your flesh, man. So every day it's a continuing battle.
All right. It's Ephesians 6:12.
Yeah, you got it.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against the spiritual wickedness in the highest places.
And a good way to look at that is like Jake in the world, they pretty much already conquered, you know what I'm saying? So those demons got them. So us through the spirit of Yahweh Shah, hey, that's basically like we like bait to these demons, you know what I'm saying? They want to accomplish their goal by getting our minds, basically turn us back to basically going back into the world. But through the spirit of Yahweh Shah, we gotta hold fast and keep pushing, you know? So we have to battle demons, man. So that's a whole different level from Jake in the world, because they don't know why they handling those different, they handling those different demons. But through the spirit of Yahweh Shah, through the scriptures, we see why we have to go through these things. So we have a kingdom to obtain. So the more hell Yahweh Shah he puts on us, you know what I'm saying? That pretty much had to increase our faith in Yahweh Shah. You know.
We'll start back over. This is Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brother, be strong in the Most High and the power of His might, putting the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
And the whole armor, just that word called the scriptures, in Psalms they tell you the Most High word is like a refuge. You know, it's like a spiritual shelter covering you. You know.
I'm keeping the finish out. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, against powers, against the rules of the darkness of this world, against the spiritual wickedness in the highest places. I mean, you basically you gotta like stay in these scriptures. The demon gonna attack you. The first thing you need to do, you pray to Yahweh Shah to take away from the evil spirit from you, and stick and get in His word. Cause this only thing gonna cure us or help us out when you're going through them fighting them demons.
Right.
That's right.
You want me to Job 23:10?
It's Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endure forever. All that keep it should come to life, but such as leave it should die. That's going back to what you were saying about
Like His word is life.
come.
That's all.
Yeah, this is John, St. John chapter 14, start verse 14. If he should ask anything in my name, I will do it. If you love me, keep my commandments. And I will pray the Father, and He shall give you another comforter, that He may abide with you forever. So, like brother was saying, these scriptures are a comforter, man. Especially in these times that we in now, man. All right, because we know martial law gonna kick off. All right, we know the race war is gonna jump off. We know World War III gonna happen. All right, the scriptures prophesy about that, but it also prophesy how Yahweh Shah Shah, all right, gonna stand up for his lick, man. How he gonna avenge his lick, man. And that's where we get our comfort from, man. Because you got a lot of people on YouTube, all right, they in the know. All right, they know all hell from the break loose, but they ain't got what we got, all right, the understanding of these scriptures, all right, which give us comfort to be able to go through, all right, what we about to go through, man.
Like you said, wisdom and knowledge is the ability at times, you know.
I'm gonna read this second verse since he said that on Baruch 4 and 2. It said, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated.
That's how we gotta walk, all right, within the spirit, man. All right, because the law is a part of it, man, but ultimately we got to walk within the spirit, man. All right, judging through the spirit of Yahweh Shah, man, judging the situation, man, knowing the time, man, coming back to His ways, man. All right, living by not just by the law, but every precept in Him, man. All right, knowing how to agree with your adversary quickly, man. All right, knowing how to discern the time, man, when it's time to leave somewhere, man. All right, staying around brothers of like mind, like the scripture tell you, man, not being around no niggas in the time that we coming into, man. You know, this is the way of life, man. You know.
I got it. This Philemon 1:6. That's about verse 5. Hearing of thy love and faith which thou hast toward the Lord Yahweh Shah and toward all saints, that the communication of thy faith may become effectual by the acknowledging of every good thing which is in you and Yahweh Shah. When you look up the word communication, it goes to fellowship. You know, joint participation. That's basically coming together as a camp. You know what I'm saying? Through the word of Yahweh Shah.
John 6:63.
More proof on the word is life. You know.
John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profit nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. Mm-hmm. No, brother.
No. All right, you got Job.
Job 23:10 or 13.
Okay.
I did Job 23:10. But He knoweth the way that I take. When you have tried me, I should come forth as gold.
Okay. And that's the point right there. Job, all the different atrocities and the stresses he went through, know what I'm saying? He maintains integrity. So he's just a good example we can go by. When we read the scriptures, we going through our daily hell, you know, we had to look at Job. He conquered that, you know what I'm saying? So through the spirit of Yahweh Shah, we had to do the same thing. We had to be in that same mindset as Job.
Well, I got a quote for you. Job 13:15. She stated that, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain my own ways before him.
His own way was serving Yahweh Shah. Even when his own woman came against him. She said, curse the Most High, you know. So he stayed fast in the faith. You know, he girded up his loins like a man. He took that hill because he get Job the 2nd chapter.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay.
I just 1 Corinthians 13:7. Bear all things, believe all things, hope all things, endure all things, and that's what Job did.
Yeah.
And the Most High took everything from him, and he took it like a man, and that's what he did. You know, nowadays people lose their kids, they want them to do. People lose their job, especially even lose their job, anything. Them crowds gonna kill themselves. They probably kill the dog, the cat, the wife. They go everywhere. They probably kill the whole motherfucking neighborhood. They got to. But Job, you know, he endured everything, man. And that's how, you know, and that's true. You gotta endure it.
That's right.
It gonna be hard, but just fight. At the end, you're gonna get the kingdom of heaven. Lord will.
I got a quote in the back. You already know, break it down. And this is Job 42:12. So the Lord blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning.
And at the end, Job got.
For he had 14,000 sheep and 6,000 camels and 1,000 yoke of oxen and 1,000 she-asses. He had also 7 sons and 3 daughters. I'll just jump to the point. Verse 16. After this lived Job 140 years and saw his sons and his sons' sons, even 4 generations.
The Most High blessed him. Most High took everything from him, and he got triple. I mean, more. He got. I don't know, man. He got abundance.
He got abundance.
That's what he got. He got abundance for all the stuff he went through, and his wife told him to curse the Most High and die. Mm-hmm. You know, Job didn't do that, man. Job was a stand upright man, man.
And he took his kids from him. And
Yeah.
then he still brought them back within the 3rd and 4th generation, so he saw them again before he left the earth, man.
That's how it is in this time, man. All right, because Job represents the whole nation. And what stopped Job from turning from Yahweh Shema Shah? Because he had understanding, man. All right, just like brothers with kids, you'll see your kids again, man. If something happened to your kids, man, if your kids don't make it, man, you'll see them again, man. You'll see your parents, man, your aunties and cousins, you will see them again, man. Just hold your integrity, man. Job had that understanding, man, so he was able to bear that, man. You know, because we finna see some things, man. We finna go through some things. It's gonna seem like Yahweh Shema Shah has abandoned us, man. But what did Job say? Like the brother brought out, though he slay me, I keep my integrity, man. You know, so that's how we should be arming ourselves in our minds, man.
And this is Job 2, verse 3. Yahweh Shah said to Satan, as I consider my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feared the Most High, and feared evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity. You know? And this Proverbs 11:3, it says, the integrity of the upright should guide them, but the perverseness of transgression should destroy them. Job, in the spirit of Yahweh Shah, he maintains integrity, and Most High was pleased with that, and he got blessed with more blessings than he had before. That's important.
Yeah, this James 1:12. Say, blessed is the man that endured temptation, for he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life.
And that reminds me of the second narrative, the 2nd chapter. He saw men getting crowns put on their heads, you know, because they went through all that different types of hells they had to go through, you know what I'm saying? But they stood fast in the name of Yahweh Shah. They kept pushing forward, man. They didn't sell out. They didn't go back into the world. So we gotta be in that mindset of those men we read about in the scriptures with integrity, even if it comes down to death, you know.
Right.
Any more on that?
Just to finish it up, it say, which the Lord had promised to them that loved him. Yeah.
Right now on this side, the ones that love the Most High and Yahweh Shai are the elect. Okay?
I got something. You had something? On this Psalms, this is 77 Psalms, this is the Psalms of Asaph. Let me read down a little bit. It say, I cried unto the Most High with my voice, even unto the Most High with my voice, and he gave ear unto me. In the day of my trouble, I sought the Lord. My soul ran in the night and ceased not. My soul refused to be comforted. And the word sore goes, when it said my soul ran in the night, that word sore goes in the strength, which is the Hebrew word yad, and that word ran goes into vanished away or melted, which is the Hebrew word nagarah. So it said, in the day of my trouble I sought the Lord. My soul ran in the night and ceased not. My soul refused to be comforted. And this song of Asaph, a man of the Lord, man. This is something he was going through mentally, man. Would say basically his strength vanished away in the night. It failed him, man. You know, then his soul refused to be comforted. Verse 3, I remember the Most High and was troubled. I complained and my spirit was overwhelmed. Selah, somebody can go break this down. Thou holdest my eyes waking. I am so troubled that I cannot speak. So this something the man of the Lord was going through. You know what I'm saying? Asaph he was a seer for David, man. He was a prophet, man. But he was basically battling but this was only going to strengthen his faith, man. Like you say, his soul refused to be confident. His sleep was taken away. He couldn't sleep. He couldn't even speak, man. He was so troubled, man. You know? Verse 5. I read verse 4 again. Thou holding my eyes waking, I am so troubled that I cannot speak. I have considered the days of old, the years of ancient times. I call to remembrance my song in the night. I commune with my own heart, and my spirit made diligent search. So when all this was happening, man, Asaph basically started he basically started communing with his own heart, man. Just basically
praying and meditating.
Come and repent. So can we get that word commune? I forget what it means. Commune, yeah, Psalm 77 and verse 6. This Psalm 77 verse 6 again says, I call to remembrance my song in the night. I commune with my own heart, and my spirit made diligent search. Will the Lord cast off forever? Will he be favorable no more? Because that's going back to what you saying, what Elder Gabar said. It might make you, sometimes you might think you're going crazy, and what you said, you might think the Lord have forsaken you, man. You know, that's only to strengthen your faith, man. You know, because you can't stop the demons from attacking you. You can't stop the flesh from kicking in. You just gotta, you have that faith in the Most High, man. You gotta put on that whole armor, man. You know, which they would say that that faith is above all, man. You know, it's your shield.
For commune, Strong's 87878 pronounced as Shayaka. Shayaka. And it means to put forth, to meditate, to consider, put forth thoughts.
Right, so he basically was thinking in his own mind, you know what I'm saying? Because if your spirits refuse to be comforted, you start to get like that, you basically gonna start to be like, damn, what I do for me to feel this way, you're gonna start to, that's what you're supposed to do, man. You know, if you're a man of the Lord, but that's the spirit of Jake anyway. If something happened, Jake would be like, damn, man, what I do deserve this, you know what I'm saying? You'll start to commune with your own spirit, man. Go ahead.
Complain, pray. You know, pray means the bed. You know, speak, talk with. You know. That's basically it, bro.
Right. Verse 7 said, will the Lord cast off forever? Will he be favorable no more? Is his mercy clean gone forever? Does his promise fail forevermore? Hath the Most High forgotten to be gracious? Hath he in anger?
If I can just say something, hey, and that's what Job told his wife. You know, Yahweh Shem Ashah does good. You know, so if you do good, I mean, if you have these favorite times, then you're gonna have these unfavorable times as well. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's the balance. So just because you're going through stuff, it doesn't mean Yahweh Shem Ashah has forsaken you. It just means he's purifying you and building up your spirit for things to come, man.
Right, because when you go through something like this, man, you make it through something you think you can't make it through, man. That faith go to a whole nother level, man. Because you get to the point